school on the other side of the ocean. Yet, you all come to us young people for hope.
Stop pushing your shit. You're the people that have fucked this country over.
How dare you?
Listen, you son of a bitch. What the fuck's your problem?
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money.
You get in my face with that, I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch.
Alright, I'd like to take a moment to apologize to Greta Van Doomsbergs, my friends. Greta Van Toonsberg?
How dare you?
Greta Van Thunberg? I haven't said this kid's real name in so long. Forgot what it is. Anyway, hey, listen. No insults intended over here, my friends. I am now adhering strongly to the cult of climate change, and I want to be absolved, baptized from all of my climate sins. I ain't driving around. I ain't engaging in any type of electron commerce where they're going to cut my hair. No. No plastic bags, no plastic straws over here, and I'm eating fucking bug burgers, my friends, because I don't want to get killed by this. This kid gonna start fucking blowing people up, I'm telling you right now. If you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, if you thought the Greta Van Toonsberg situation couldn't get any weirder, take a look at this. This kid's over here exchanging letters with a fucking Unabomber, boys. And if you're a Zoomer, you don't know who this man is. This is Ted Kaczynski. Ted Kaczynski is a dude who used to mail bombs to people. I think he's killed 2 or 3 people, injured maybe 20 of them. And Greta Van Doomsberg is like, you know what? My approval rating isn't low enough. This kid who's loathed by most of us is like, what can I do to help pump these numbers up? I'm going to start exchanging letters with a fucking bomber. These lefties are going to start killing us, boys. I'm telling you right now. This kid is insane. And look, you know what's fascinating? Look at all of these lefty numbnuts. You got David Hogg, Greta Van Doomsberg, AOC. All of these idiots with their meth, dead-eye, shark-having eyes look way crazier than Ted Kaczynski, a dude who's mailing bombs to people. Holy hell. We're in for a hell of a ride, boys. Take a look at this Reddit InfoWars. Hollywood lawyer claims that Greta Van Doomsberg is writing letters to Ted Kaczynski, an infamous Hollywood lawyer and gossip blogger. So take this with a grain of salt. Claims that Swedish meatball climate activist Greta Van Doomsberg and high school dropout has been communicating with Unabomber Ted Kaczynski via prison letters. Yes, really. Holy fuck, what are we doing over here? According to the Daily Dot, quote, over the last 15 years, NT has made a name for himself. This is the dude who's outing Greta Van Doomsberg and her prison correspondence with this lunatic. Made a name for himself by outing celebrities he claims are tied to prominent scandals. NT has been credited with, among other things, dropping details about disgraced producer Harvey Weinstein years prior to his public undoing. So this dude's got some receipts. Right? This dude dropping this information about Greta Van Doomsberg, he's got a track record of success. So again, take that for what it's worth. Now he's telling us this right here. In a blog entry, NT claims that, quote, the authorities have intercepted correspondence between 2 people. A young foreign woman who has been in the news a lot lately over the last few years, speaking her mind on a particular problem, an infamous individual whose time in the public eye was before she was even born. Quote, the infamous individual wrote something a long time ago that became public that the young woman agrees with. She has been discussing both theory and implementation with him in the letters. Holy fuck. All right, listen. They're going to go on to talk about how, Ted Kaczynski is trying to warn everybody about Skynet. Ted Kaczynski was warning everybody about how crazy lefties are going to use technology to subjugate the rest of us. So what Ted Kaczynski was talking about, super duper based, super duper legitimate, and has become evergreen. The problem is, motherfucker was blowing people up. The problem is he's sending bombs through the mail. And now we got a situation where little Greta Van Crazyberg over here is having a writing session with this man. And she's like, yeah, I agree with your message and your implementation. She's gonna start blowing us up, boys. This kid's gonna start, hey, hope you ain't enjoying one of them hamburgers over there. Did you just drive to fucking McDonald's in a gasoline car? Are you using a combustion engine? Looks like you're going to get a letter in the mail. If you get a letter in the mail and it smells like Sweden, boys, send that shit to the FBI's asshole. I don't know who to send it to. Just throw that shit in the fucking, I don't know. Throw it in the ocean. I don't know at this point, but I'm telling you right now, Greta Van Doomsberg going to up the ante. Greta Van Doomsberg, this is not her final form, my friends, and she's going to evolve into the Swedish meatball Unabomber. Listen, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to get in trouble. I don't want to get blown up by these fucking people. But here you have a bunch of shithead commies. This is my problem with Greta Van Doomsberg. First of all, this kid is being used. I feel very bad for this kid. This kid is clearly being manipulated by these highly erratic and dangerous individuals above her. Her parents, her parents' employers, her parents' handlers. I'm not quite sure. I don't have any receipts, but boy, it looks like this is a George Soros operation. These motherfuckers love wearing Antifa shirts. Her parents are hanging out with these people. Her parents are intertwined with this. These are people who are totally fine with the ideology of blowing motherfuckers up who disagree with them. And I'm sitting here going, well, I disagree with you. You want to shut off power consumption to the first world countries. You go turn a complete blind eye to China and India and these developing countries that are burning way fucking more fossil fuels than us. And you're going to chastise Western civilization. We see this for what it is. These assholes are using a little kid to shut down our energy production because we're not supposed to speak up against it. That's what's going on over here. So this kid's being used. My problem now is this kid who's around people who've got no problem with bombers is now corresponding with a dude who sent bombs through the mail. This seems like a bad combination. But of course, mainstream media is not going to talk about this kid has 100% press protection. Nobody from the left is going to question this because the left's totally fine with this type of nonsense. But there you have it. Get concerned. Start shouting this out. Start letting everybody know. Greta Van Doomsberg, a hypercritical individual for anybody who likes electricity, is now corresponding with somebody who is sending bombs through the fucking mail. And she's sitting there going, like your implementation. Is there a way to climate justice your implementation into today's world? Are you going to send climate change bombs through the mail? What is this chick up to? I have no idea, but this is fascinating to see. We'll have to see if this turns out to be true. But we'll keep an eye on it and let you know anything that happens because I love covering this story. Greta Van Doomsberg is, she's one of the perfect weapons from the left-hand side. She's a cultural bomb, and they love doing this. They love using little kids. They love using these people who don't know anything about climate change. This is a fucking high school dropout. She's going to chastise us about climate change. Get the fuck out of here. And now she's up in her game. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching the video and support the channel. If you'll be kept up to date where this is going, hit that subscribe button and make way because the salt must flow.